Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, with me Andi Irfan Fauzan, student from Bina Sarana Informatika University. ID number or name 722300034, and from the study program Technique Electro. I want to presentation my English segment about the opinion of new President Prabowo Subianto and simple present tense. Okay, let's do it. Okay, number one about Prabowo Subianto. My opinion about the new President of the Republic of Indonesia 2024 to 2029. My opinion, if Prabowo Subianto becomes President of Indonesia, of course there are various perspectives that can be taken. Prabowo is a figure with long experience in the military and political fields, who can bring a firm leadership approach. Many of his supporters hope that he can strengthen the national defense and bring stability of the country's security aspect. On the other hand, effective leadership will depend on how it can balance its positive approach with democratic values, human rights, and inclusive economic policies. The balance between economic, social, and political policies will be a challenge in itself, especially in dealing with global and domestic issues as a dynamic economy and climate change. If Prabowo is able to form a solid team and accommodate input from various levels of society, his leadership has the potential to bring positive change into Indonesia. Okay, next slide about simple present tense. Definition, use, formulas, and example sentence. The simple present tense is a form of tenses that is used to express events that occur regularly, routinely, or are usually done in the present. What does present mean? Present in simple present tense means now, then simple means simply, and tense is the form of the verb according to the time period used. When is present tense used? When someone wants to express an event or general moment, a general fact that is happening at the moment. Apart from that, the simple present tense is also used in the conditional. Used in this conditional sentence type 0 and conditional sentence type followed by the simple future tense. Before diving deeper, it's better if we remember the structure of a sentence. So we can say sentence if it consists of the following three things: subject, predicate, complement. However, there are only two things that are required, namely the subject and the predicate. So, if you remember, let's move on the explanation of the formula example. Let's go. Simple present tense formula. In general, the formula for the simple present tense is subject plus or positive verb or s or is plus positive complement for positive sentence with verbal patterns. If the pattern is nominal, then the present tense formula becomes subject plus auxiliary verb or to be plus or positive complement. Nominal simple present tense. Okay. Positive. Number one, positive subject plus to be plus complement. Number two, negative subject plus to be plus not plus complement. Number three, interrogative to be plus subject plus complement. Okay, example of simple present tense with nominal sentence patterns. Number one, positive. I am an international school student. Number two, negative. She is not an international. Interrogative number 3. Is she an international school student? Or is he a student? Subject I, you, they, we. Plural subject. He, she, it. Singular subject. Predicate noun verb to be. I am, you, they, we, are, he, she, it, is. Complement noun, adjective, adverb. Example: I, complement noun. You, they, we, complement adjective. He, she, it, complement adverb. Okay, next slide. Verbal simple present tense. Example 3. Number 1. Positive subject plus verb 1 or verb as or is plus complement. Number 2. Negative subject plus do or does not plus verb 1 plus complement. Number 3. Interrogative do or does plus subject plus verb 1 plus complement. In accordance with the discussion in verbal sentence, you don't need to add to after the subject because the task as the predicate is the verb. The good thing is the verb in this tense is the basic form, meaning that it has not changed. Okay, subject number 1. I, you, they, we. Plural subject. He, she, it. Singular predicate. Predicate verb 1. Predicate he, she, it. Verb 1. Is or is. Complement I, you, they, we, she. Noun, adjective. He, she, it. Verb 1. Adverb. Okay, next. So, if you make a sentence with a third person pronoun as the subject, he, she, it, singular present, there are some verbs that need to add is at the end. Yes, example to picture is, c, as, z, next, ye. Was, example, was, catches, classes, buses, fixes, studies, buys, videos, potatoes. Okay, next. Positive or affirmative simple present tense. Just like nominals, verbal sentence also have the positive forms as we discussed at the beginning. Example of simple present tense sentence. Number 1. I live in Jakarta. I live in Jakarta. I live in Jakarta. Number 2. He lives in Jakarta. He lives in Jakarta. Okay, next. Negative simple present tense. So, especially for negative sentence and interrogative sentence, use do or does or do not, don't, and does not, doesn't. Example. Number 1. I don't live in Bandung. Example. I don't live in Bandung. Number 2. She doesn't live in Bandung. Okay. Simple present question or interrogative. In the interrogative sentence pattern, it is separated into two parts. Namely, number 1. Yes or no question. Do I work? Does he work? As the name of the type suggests, namely yes or no question. So you only need to answer the question above you. Example: yes or no question. Do I work? Yes, I do. Number 2. Does he work? Yes, he does. Okay, next. What are examples of simple present tense? Sentence positive. Number 1. She wants to be a doctor. She wants to be a doctor. Number 2. Cows eat grass. Number 3. They speak English at the office. Number 4. He likes bananas. Number 5. They play basketball every morning. Sentence negative. Example. Number 1, they don't have any money. Number 2, Lala doesn't see better in the class. Number 2, my best friend doesn't love me. Number 4, you don't listen to me. Number 5, California is not in United Kingdom. Okay, sentence interrogative. Last. Example. Number 1, do they talk a lot? Number 2, does he play tennis? Number 3, does your father drink coffee? Number 4, where does she lunch? Number 5, does he ride the motorcycle? Okay, next slide. Time, words of time, aka efforts of time in simple present tense. The effort of time that we will discuss has another term, namely effort of frequency. Actually, 10 words are not always present in every simple present tense sentence. However, the sentences that use the 10 words below are definitely included in the simple present tense with those lists we should take note of. Okay, next. A time words are placed after the subject of the sentence. Okay, example. He never forgets his smartphone. He never forgets his smartphone. Example. Usually, always, seldom, rarely, often, sometimes, never, hardly never, every week, every day, every month, 4 times a day, 4 days a week, once a month. Okay, next slide. Characteristic of present tense sentence. Number 1, using verbs in the basic form of infinitive or non-irregular verbs. Example. 1. I play soccer every weekend. Or play is a verb in the base form. Play is a verb in the base form. I play soccer every weekend. Play is verb in the base form. Okay, number 2. Use auxiliary verbs, namely do or does, for verbal sentence in negative or interrogative forms. Example. Number 1, she doesn't eat meat. She doesn't eat meat. Or does not. Doesn't, same, does not. Auxiliary word in negative from the subject she. From the subject she. Number 1. And number 2. Do you like chocolate? Do, same auxiliary words for question with subject you. Auxiliary words for question with subject you. Do you like chocolate? Auxiliary words for question with subject do. Okay, next slide. Number 3. In the present tense, there are usually adverbs of time such as always, usually, often, seldom, rarely, never, every day or week or month or year. Example. I always drink coffee in the morning. Always drink coffee in the morning. Always. Okay, next. Conclusion. Simple present tense is used to express things that are general, routine, or are genuine facts. This form is very important in English, especially for conveying things that have offended as routine or general law. Thank you. That's all I can say. Hopefully it's useful and adds to our English insight skill. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.